Hey guys, so this is the makeup look that I came up with today. Going more towards like a summery bronze type for the summer, since summer is here. I went for like a brown orange makeup look today. I hope you guys like it, and if you want to know how I did this, then just keep watching. Thanks guys. Hey guys, so to get started, I am going to apply my moisturizer from Peter Thomas Roth, the Cucumber DE-TOX Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. And as usual, I'm just going to put a couple of little bits, like little tiny dots of it all over around my face, and then just blend it into my whole face, covering my whole face with the moisturizer. Then I'm going to spray some of the rose water from Mario on my face to let it sit into my pores with my moisturizer. Once that all sets in, we're going to move on to primer. I am using the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Light. This is oil free, which is great, and I picked this light one because I don't use primer all the time. And if I do, I mostly use it whenever I have pores showing in my face, so I can fill in more of those pores, and this does a great job. So does the other one, the original Photo Finish Primer, but that one's more silicone based, and I don't really love those type of primers. So if you want to try something that doesn't have the silicone type of a feel, I would recommend this one for sure. Now for foundation, we're going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shades Warm Nude and Warm Beige. And I'm going to mix that in the back of my hand with a Morphe MB9. With also this foundation brush, I am going to dot it all over my face. I apply it everywhere with the extra foundation that I might have in the back of my hand. Fill in other areas that I might have missed. Make sure you get the neck. Make sure you get your nose, above your upper lip, by your ears, like the side of your face. Make sure you get every area, because you want to make sure your face is completely blended all the way. You don't want to technically miss your ears and you're like a total different shade, you know? So make sure you grab all those areas and blend it in. And I'm going to use my trusty sponge from Real Techniques. I love this sponge. I have been wanting to try out a brush for foundations, but maybe I gotta find one that I like first. So for now, I'm gonna blend in my foundation like I always do with this beauty sponge, and I'm gonna blend it all the way like I usually do. And then we are going to move into brows. So after we are done blending in all of our foundation, and we look smooth and good and all one color, evened out throughout, we're going to move into brows. So for brows, I am going to do more of a dark but still natural brow. And for that, I am going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate. And I am going to use my Anastasia brush. I cannot find the number on the brush because it pretty much blurred out by now of so much that I use it. So I will link it down below in the description box. So now that my eyebrows are done, I skip right through how I do my eyebrows. If you do want to see in detail how I do my eyebrows, I do have a video, and I will link that down below. Once we're done with my eyebrows, as you can see, I am going to cover up any imperfections that I might have made with a Maybelline Brow Precise in the shade Medium. Now to blend in that Brow Precise, I am going to use a G34, and then we're going to move right on to conceal our eyes, and I'm using the LORAC Pore Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair. And to blend that in, I am also going to use an G34 brush that I was using before, and I'm going to bring all that up to almost even my brow where I just concealed also. Blending it all around the eye, and then to set this concealer, I am going to go into the KYLIE Royal Peach palette, and I am going to use the peachy but lightest color and that is in the shade Duke in the palette. And I'm going to use a G38 brush to apply this shade and blend it all the way in. Now, to start with the eyes, I am going to go back into the KYLIE Royal Peach palette and go into the color Crush. And I am going to apply this with my favorite crease brush that I got from an Ipsy bag. It's an L34 Blending Beauty brush. I love this brush. This is my favorite one. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that color Crush, and I'm going to blend it in with my Wet n Wild crease brush. And I'm going to blend that all over my crease because it's going to be the perfect transition color for when we're blending that pink tone that I'm going to use. So I'm going to blend this all the way throughout my whole eye. And I love this brush. This Wet n Wild brush is really soft. And if it wasn't $1, it was less than $1, which it's such an affordable brush and it's such high good quality. I love the look of it. Like, it's like white with like the pink little this brush is actually really soft. So after I'm done blending that color, I am going to go in with another color, and that color we're also going to pick up from the KYLIE Royal Peach palette, and I am going to go into the color Peachy. Pink. It's like peach. It's like a pink peach. And I am going to add this with a detail brush from Morphe. It is the M560. And I am going to apply this only in the outer corners of my crease. And I'm going to kind of like make a little line right in that crease area. And with a clean brush, I'm going to go back in. After I clean this brush, I'm going to go back in with my Ipsy L34 Blending Beauty. And I'm going to use that to blend. And I'm going to keep that color only in the outer corner. So I'm only going to do blending circular motions in the outer corner of my crease. After I'm done blending in the color, I am going to go in to my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. And out of this palette, I am going to go into the shade Peanut Butter. And I'm going to add this around my whole crease. And I'm going to use, again, the Ipsy Blending Beauty brush. And I'm going to blend this in, like I said, all over my crease to add a little bit more warmth to the look. That's what I want to do. Add a little bit more warmth, but still keeping that orangey brown tone to it. So once I blend this in, I'm going to go back into my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, and back with that detail brush that I was using earlier, the M560. I am going to go into the color Nuts About You, and just like I did earlier with that peachy pink, I'm going to only add this to the outer corner of my crease. And I'm only going to add a little bit, and then I'm going to use a clean brush again. This time I am using a R40 Morphe brush. And with this clean blending brush, I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. Go back into my KYLIE Royal Peach palette, and I am going to use the shade with a damp eyeshadow brush. And this is a eyeshadow brush that I also got from Ipsy that has no number on it. And it's just a flat eyeshadow lid brush. So any brush that's kind of like this you can use. So I damped it first and then dipped it into the color Cinnamon from the KYLIE Royal Peach palette. And I'm going to add this all over the center of my lid. And after that, I'm going to go back in with a clean blending brush. I'm going to blend my crease area, making sure my lid color and my crease have like no harsh lines in between, and blend that in, and then the eyes are done, guys. Now, after we are done blending our eyes and making sure nothing else looks harsh, I'm going to go and start concealing underneath the eyes. And for that, I am using my Shape Tape in the shade light, medium, and medium. I'm using light, medium underneath my eyes, and then medium on my chin and forehead. After I'm done applying my concealer, I am going to blend it in with my Real Technique beauty sponge, and I'm going to blend this all the way in, making sure there's no like creasing. You want to start blending as soon as you apply it so it doesn't dry on you, and you want to blend all the way. Make sure you have no creasing right before you put the setting powder. I am using the Dermablend loose setting powder in the shade Original. I am going to apply this with a Real Technique also beauty sponge. Sponge is one of the tinier ones, like the little baby ones. And I'm going to use this to apply it to both sides and apply wherever I pretty much conceal. So I'm going to add a little bit to my chin and to my forehead. And I do bring down the loose powder to my smile lines, so my smile lines cover better and the foundation covers longer on my smile lines. And then I'm going to dust off my chin and my forehead with an R10. And then we're going to go into bronzing. And then to bronze, I am using a MAC bronzer. This is in the shade Bronze. It's like it's a shimmery bronzer, I would say. I use this especially whenever it's summertime. It's my favorite bronzer for the summer. So I'm applying this, as always, on my cheekbones to define more of my cheekbones than on my forehead and on my jawline. And I'm obviously going to do both sides. And once I have kind of the contour that I want, we're going to dust off the rest of our bake with that R10 brush from Morphe. And once I finish dusting off the bake, I am going to use a Tarte blush in the shade Party. I've used this shade a lot, actually. And it's really pretty. I love blushes because they last a very long time. And they're super pigmented. All you have to add is a tiny little bit and you're good for the rest of the day. And I am to apply this, I am using a Morphe brush, the E3 brush. Love this brush. And then to add a little bit more of it, I am using a MAC blush. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I will link it down below. And I just add a little bit to give myself more of that glowy look on my blush area, like the cheeks of my apples. And I'm just adding this to give it a little bit more glow to the cheeks. After I'm done adding that, we are going to move on to highlight. To start off the highlight, I am using CANDYMAN from ColourPop. Their Super Shock Cheek Paralyze Highlight. To apply this, I am using a Morphe M562 brush. And like I usually do, I'm going to make that precise line on both sides of my cheeks. And then I'm going to blend it with a Luxie brush. This is the Luxie 514 blush brush. I love this brush for when I'm blending my highlight, as you guys know. And then once I finish blending CANDYMAN, I am going to go in with another ColourPop highlight. And this is FLEXITARIAN. I think that's how I say it. But I'll link it down below like I usually do. And this is more of a pearlized highlight. So that's just going to add another oomph to the highlight. And I'm going to apply it again with a Morphe M562. And again, I'm going to blend it out, bring it up a little bit. And then we're going to go into the my Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I honestly love this palette. I always use it. And I like a lot of highlight. I like to blind people with my highlights. Like, I love highlight and I don't hide it. So I'm going to use Glow Getter from the NICOLE GUERRIERO palette, and I'm going to add this on the sides of my forehead, add a little bit to my cheeks, blend it all the way through, make sure it's like that natural glow. And then I'm going to add some on the bridge of my nose, and then we're going to add a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and we're going to call it there on the highlight. So next we're going to curl, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And now I'm going to add my Brow Drama Transparent Brow Gel from Maybelline. If you cannot find this at ULTA, I usually just find it at Walmart or on their website online is where I've been able to find it, just in case you guys are looking for it. They used to carry it in ULTA, but now I can't find it anymore, which is very strange. So after I curl my lashes, we're going to go in with my mascara. And for mascara, I am using the Urban Decay Perversion Bigger, Blacker, and Badder mascara. And there's only one shade, and it's black. I love this mascara because it's very lightweight, but it still gives volume to your lashes. And then we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, and I'm going to add this at the bottom of my bottom lashes, and then I'm going to also top it off in my top, give more length to my lashes. And then to finish off the look, I'm going to go in with my lipstick Whirl from MAC. It's my favorite MAC lipstick, well, at least one of them. It's a very cute nude shade, in my opinion. And that's it, guys. Okay, guys, so this is the end result of this bronzy or brown orange makeup look. I hope you guys like this new, like, going to summer look, more glow, more like a summery bronze type. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.